Hey guys, welcome to Umineko. When they cry 3, apparently, or translated to English, it's Umineko when the seagulls cry. Anyway, it's set in like the same universe or something as same universe as like Higurashi or whatever. Just a different people, I think. I'm not really too sure, but this is apparently gonna be the longest visual novel I've ever done. It's gonna be like 50 hours. I don't know. Um, hopefully it'll be good. I'll probably be making each episode around an hour long. Maybe if I'm feeling good, maybe 2 hours, hour and a half. I don't know. But these are gonna be some long videos, to make up for because I don't want to do like 100 videos on this. Anyways, is it still O? To switch? How do you switch to old sprites? Oh, you got. Okay, it's an option. You can't just press a button. Okay, never mind. Again, so you still haven't overcome your love of alcohol. The old physician let out a sigh as he removed the stethoscope. Two elderly men could be seen in the dimly lit study, which was filled with dust and sickly sweet stench. In the corner of the room was a much larger than what most people would call a study. It was an expensive-looking bed, a man undergoing a medical examination, and a physician conducting it. There is also what appears to be a servant watching over the whole scene. The bottle is my friend. It is no less of a friend than you. It has stood by my side even longer than you have. As a man bearing his chest with a stethoscope rearranged his clothes, he spoke unapologetically. Kenzo-san, your body only appears to be well thanks to the effect of the medicine. However, if you continue to drink such strong spirits, the treatment will become meaningless. Just by judgment, refrain from drinking. I thank you, though, you only for a sentiment, my friend. Dingy, another glass. Water it down slightly. That way, Namjo can save face. Are you quite sure? After eyeing both the master who demanded the alcohol and the family doctor who forbade it, Genji, the old butler, slightly gave a slight nod and carried out his master's orders faithfully. The family doctor, Nanjo, let out a deep sigh once again as he watched the butler busy himself along the liquor cabinet. There was a smell flooded up the room. The sweet, poisonous aroma I felt, though, as it melted the heart, if not the soul itself. It was the smell of that venomous green drink that man couldn't bear to part with. Nanjo, you are my close friend, and we have known each other for quite a long time. I am deeply grateful for all that you've done to keep me alive this long. I have done nothing. After all, you never listened to my advice as your physician. You never listened when I warned you about my mistaken chess move you're about to make. It only seems fair, does it not? Master, thank you. I wouldn't die if I ran out of your medicine, but I would have if I ran out of this. Disregarding Nanjo, who spit in his face, at his face setting a resigned expression, Kenzo took the glass that Genji was holding out to him. Very few people would associate that venomous color with an alcoholic beverage. Nanjo, to be honest with me, how much time do I have left? Well, now, how short my stomach is to convince you to set the bottle aside. Nanjo once again allowed a sigh of resignation. They finally spoke to Kenzo as the latter swirled over his glass. You don't have long. What precisely do you mean by that? Let's illustrate it with the chess game here. You have very nearly achieved checkmate, but you have not yet cornered my king. Nanjo's gaze was directed at the side table with a massive chess piece placed on top of it. Just by the position of the pieces, the game seemed to be entering its final stage. Black rooks and bishop were cutting deeply in the enemy lines. White knights had already been cast out in corners so that even an amateur could see that the match would reach its conclusion before too long. Every time Nanjo came to a medical examination, both of them would make a few moves. Nanjo was hitting that Kenzo would most likely fall into his eternal sleep before this game could be concluded. These were less words of a physician than they were the words of an old friend. You are a normal patient. I would recommend that you write a will at this point. And what is a will, Nanjo? Handwritten instructions to the vultures on how to devour and scatter my corpse? None at all. As the word suggests, it's a way for you to record your will for later generations. It is far more than just a means to divide up your inheritance. Oh, and apart from the division of the inheritance, what might I write of it? You might write of your regrets or matters you left unfinished, things you want to pass on to others, or merely matters you wish to communicate, and then you want things I want to pass on to others or matters I wish to communicate. Ridiculous. Ushiro Miyakunso. I have not one thing I want to tell or leave behind. I was born with nothing, I will die with nothing. There is nothing I wish to leave to my foolish children. In order to come today, even if it were coming right now, I would accept that fate of death without a trace of fear. I created everything, my fortune, my prestige, everything. Those were built up to me by me, and they will be lost along with me. There's nothing I wish to leave behind. Nothing. After I'm gone, I care not if it all goes to waste. I desire no tomb, no coffin. Those were the terms of the contract I made with the witch. When I die, everything will be lost. That has been a part of the promise since the beginning, and that's why nothing will be left behind. There's nothing I can leave behind. After reaching a furious crescendo, Kenzo suddenly slumped over. His expression was limp and feeble, as though an evil spirit had possessed him and then left. However, I do have one regret. I have nothing to leave behind, but there's one thing I cannot leave undone. You would do well to write it down. Of course, it would be best if you could finish it before your time comes. However, even if the worst happens, those who come after you will carry to completion. You must leave behind your regrets so they can be resolved, even if you're unable to do so yourself. That is the purpose of a will. When Angel tried to gently pat Kenzo's shoulder, the dying man flew into a sudden rage to bat away Angel's hand. It's useless. It must be done while I'm still alive. At the moment of my death, my soul will be devoured by the demons of the contract and wiped out of existence. For me, there will be no peace or another world after death. That's why everything must be complete before I go. That's why it will have no meaning for me. And if I had a chance to write such a thing, if I did have such a chance, I don't want to see it. I want to see it one more time. I want to see Beatrice's smiling face one last time. Oh, Beatrice, why have you resisted me for so long? I'll return everything you've given me. I am prepared to lose everything, so please show me your smile just one more time. Beatrice, I beg of you, you must be able to hear my plea, that kind of woman you are. I beg of you, show yourself to me. You're here, aren't you? You're standing there invisible, listening to every word I say, and even now you're mocking me from somewhere in this room, aren't you? Please appear before me once more and smile. Feel free to scold me, even snatch away my life by your own hands if you so desire. I don't want to die alone like this. I cannot let myself die until I've seen your smile just one more time. Ah, Beatrice, I offer up this life of mine. I offer it up to you. I'm begging you, Beatrice. So the music stopped. Okay, this is different. We don't usually get this in this series. So I don't even know if this even set in not Higurashi. Of course, it's the same series type deal, but I don't know if it's set like in same time or if it's even in they didn't even redo the intro. Still the old sprites. Hinamizawa. I don't know if it's set in the same town or not. I couldn't think of the name there for a second. Well, there's Bloodshotter, so it's gotta be somewhat scary or something, right? I don't know if any of the other characters from Higurashi make any kind of appearance or reference or anything in this or not. Welcome to Rakinjima. Okay. So, anything gonna happen? The first day, October 4th, 1986. Was it in Higurashi like in 85 or something? Or was it 88? I don't know, it's still the 80s, so whatever. Wow, things sure move with the times. I can't believe we'll be able to make the trip in just 20 minutes. I couldn't help but scratch my head and marvel at how far things have come in recent years. We used to go by boat. Back then, we were all forced to endure nearly half a day of swimming, swaying back and forth over the sea before we reached Najima. Days have got so much more convenient these days, so I've never been on a plane this small. I've flown in a huge jumbo jet before, but this will be my first experience in such a tiny one. It's going to shake, isn't it? And I say smaller boats shaking more than bigger ones, so I guess the same rule applies to planes. So just spare me. Don't worry, Battler, cun. It shakes much less than the boat did. Yuck. Is that you, George Anakini? Hehe. Don't scare me like that. We just shaved 3 years off my life. Anyway, what's shaking got to do with anything? Hee. You don't think I'm actually scared of the plane shaking and maybe falling out of the sky or something, right? Of course not, my mistake. I see you changed a lot since we last saw you. After all, it's been 6 years since then. You're not a kid anymore. Sheesh, and here you are, old enough to smoke and drink. I've got no interest in smoking. I always wanted to try some booze. Well, if you've got your dad's genes, I bet you could hold your own when it comes to drinking, right? Well, I usually drink for business rather than pleasure. It's pretty hard to do business in Japan without it. It's exactly right. That's why I never miss a chance to get in some practice. That's no good, Battler. You're still a minor. You know, I can't get stuff the growth of. Never mind. Come on, I'm tall enough already. In fact, it'd be easier to find clothes if I shrunk a little. I puffed my chest out proudly. Until I hit my growth spurt, my height was below average in my class. Then I grew and grew before I knew it. I passed 180 centimeters, 5 feet 11 inches. I guess if I muscle trained those shitty male performance enhancing jokes to say for that. Before that, I never dreamed I'd shoot about 10 centimeters above George Anakini, who reached his peak height early on. Damn, I'll bet my relatives all say, look how big you've grown, Battler Chen, or something. It's all so embarrassing. I wish they just gave me a break. Anyway, my name is Battler. Well, it's pretty damn weird, don't you think? Yeah. I've got to wonder what my parents were thinking when they named me that. I never met anyone who could read it right the first time. I usually get called Sinto-kun, so I best not even close. My name was written in that. No? Can you read it? The first part of my family name. Ushiro Miya. That's a fairly plausible Japanese pronunciation so far. The problem is my given name. It's made up of the characters for fight and person. It's pronounced Battler. But altogether, you got Ushiro Miya Battler. Pretty crazy, right? It's crazy enough that my parents decided to call me that. But it's even more crazy that some government worker let them make it official. Both groups are at the top of my must kill list. Anyway, this is one of my cousins. His name is pronounced Ushiro Miya George. He's 5 years older than me, so he must be turning 23 this year. Just a Ushiro Miya consists of 2 boys and 2 girls. I end up playing with George all the time. Because I've always thought of him as a big brother, I still call him Aniki today. Ooh, Battler-kun, look how big you gotten. You know what they say. Leave a boy for 3 days and you'll hardly recognize him. Must be in his blood. Rudolph wasn't that tall either until his high school years. Perhaps people end up taller if their growth spurts come late. No, it's something special. Everyone needs to be tough on the inside too. Exactly. Battler-kun here knows how it works. Real men win or lose based on what they've got on the inside. You never forget to keep up your training and discipline. You gotta do that. Wait very alertly for the perfect moment to strike. You know, I never even imagined that I'd become the company president I am today. Master of my own domain. You have to think of this come this far for after starting out penniless and ruined. This stout plump old guy is George Iniki's dad, Uncle Hideyoshi. He's the husband of Dad's older sister. In other words, we're not blood related. He's nice at children, sociable all the time, and even quick to give out some spending money to his kids. Simply put, he's an awesome uncle. He speaks in an odd and very noticeable Kansai dialect, but he's actually a natural-born Kento man. Apparently, impressions are everything in the business world, so speaking in a very different style than other people, and is an act that makes him stick out more. However, I hear he gets embarrassed to talk with any other shot of a real Kansai person, so he switches back to standard Japanese. I don't really get it, but he's definitely an interesting person. If only you weren't so quick to brag about your life story. That's enough for now, I think. That's enough for now, I think. I'm sure Battler's getting tired of it, aren't you? Nope, not at all. Nothing wrong with that. I think it's pretty cool for him to have some stories he can brag about. I don't have anything like that at all. Oh, really? I imagine your looks would leave girls crying left and right. I can't believe you have nothing at all to brag about. What? You're joking, right? Of course nothing weird like this ever happened to me. Heck, I wish it would. Come on, you aren't fooling anyone. Giggle, you must you must tell your aunt all about it later. All after nothing of the sort ever happens to George. That is George Enrique's mother, Aunt Eva. She's my dad's older sister. She and Uncle Yoshi are a pair of jokers, and they've always teased me, back as far as I can remember. There's sometimes with them I've been hard to get along with when I was small. Well, I guess the events of the last 30 seconds prove that they can still be hard to get along with. Even so, George Enrique's family is interested and fun. They seem to get along just fine. She's just pretty much the total opposite of my family. Battler Con, have you seen Rudolph's son? Huh? He headed off to the bathroom a while ago. He's not back yet? Maybe the poor geezer dropped dead. No. That's no way to talk about your own father. Still, this is the first time he's taken so long in the bathroom. Yeah, the guy's always been that way. Does he really have to take a magazine with him every time he needs to take a dump? And what on earth is he doing in there with that particular magazines? Oh, you don't need to worry about that at all. Since we've been together, I don't let him do that on his own. Oh, I'll have to get the juicy details later. Sounds like Dad's got his balls in an iron grip. You know exactly what would happen to that man if he didn't get it. Keep it tight grip, don't you? No kidding. You're the only one capable of reining in that old bastard. As a son, I'm more than happy to let you take over. Yes, leave it on to me. After all, that's my specialty. This woman is my father's wife. Her name is Ushiro Miya Kairi. As you can probably tell from our conversation, she's not my real mother. She's basically my stepmother. My real mom died 6 years ago, and Kairi's son is the woman my dad married afterwards. It's understandable for someone my age. I can't even bring myself to call his new wife mom, and I guess she feels like he's ignored son on this massive kid. He's no relation to her at all. We aren't little kids. We know there's something to be gained by fighting, so we decided that we wouldn't force ourselves to pretend that we were a family. I decided to act a bit more frank with her, acting as though she's a friendly neighbor instead. It's much easier if we just keep a little distance instead of forcing ourselves to act all close and making each other uncomfortable. Carrie's saying has always been very open about all this, and thanks to that, we've been able to get along pretty well. And yes, we were about nothing Dad about being in the bathroom. The man himself comes back, wiping his hands with a handkerchief. Battler. Hey, what's up, Dad? Oh, don't pinch my ear, guy. So you've been talking just about me with Mom again, haven't you? What makes you so to show a little respect for your father, Oh, damn it, that hurts. You can stretch my ear all you want, but I'm not going to be able to fly. That hurts. Come on now. Up, up, down, down, left, right. Is it like the Konami code? I don't know. I don't have that recognized by heart, but anyway. Now, Father, please forgive me for being so rude. Like hell I will. Go find yourself some members only store if you want it that much. Yeah, let go. This old bastard's my dad. I'm thinking pretty tall myself, but Dad's just about as tall as I am. It's so surprised I knew I started talking about Dad's blood when he saw my height. By the way, my height is the only thing I got from him. It seems having weird names as a family. Dad's full name is written. You can't read it, can you? Come on, it's just. Anyway, this case, it was pronounced Rudolph. Yeah, he must be his grandfather for giving him that name. Hey, grandfather. Okay. So that's the reason to pass that weird name of tradition on to me. As the old bastard twisted my ear all over the place, and Eva stuck up behind him and grabbed his ear. Hey, Rudolph, you should know better than to physically abuse your son. Well, that hurts, Aniki. This scene perfectly illustrated the relationship between the prankster younger brother and the older sister who could deal out punishment to him despite his size. I think that's good enough for now, Eva and Nissan. I'll make sure to stretch out his ear later on. All my apologies. I must leave some pulling for you to do, Kairi-san. Rudolph, make sure Kairi-san gives you lots and lots of punishment later on, okay? You don't want to talk and keep using your little brother like that. Hideyoshi Nissan, I'd like to thank you very much for picking her up. If you hadn't been so generous, she'd still been sold at the store. Yeah, my gratitude and apologies. What? Who are you calling unsold? I'll take you 2-3 steps back. Eva unleashed one of her beautiful high reverse roundhouse kicks, which stopped just a second right away from the tip of Dad's nose. After starting out Tai Chi Chuan for her figure, Eva then developed an interest in Chinese martial arts. After that, she went through karate, taekwondo, capoeira, and it was just learning now again. Only when they say a woman's weapons are in her lower body, and that's literally true for Eva. Rudolph, a single direct blow to the side of the head like that would knock you unconscious. And so long ago, I accidentally connected in a practice match, and my opponent was out cold. She's full of pain. I'm so sorry she can't get help looking like a freak. That completely unfazed, shut and smiled unironically at Uncle Hideyoshi. Oh, I never had a brother. I'm a sister myself, so when I see you two bickering with each other, it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. It sure is nice to have a big family. When I consider making a little brother for George Cotton, he's already a fine adult who's about to go off on his own, so I must be too dying of another child. Hey, I have a little sympathy for a new kid and all the pain and suffering he had to live through. I'm surprised even George Cotton turned out as well as he did after being born from the sinister sister of mine. And what an awesome kid he is. Please share some of that with our blockhead of a son someday, will ya? That's not all how it happened. It's like Eva and Nisa's proper rearing for the George... blah, blah, that George Cotton became the kind little kid he is now. Isn't that right, Nissan? Come on now, you think so? Our George still has a long way to go. By the way, how's your little Chen doing? I heard she was vomiting. Oh, that's right. I was hoping to finally see her face such a long time. Is she okay? She often catches a cold when the season changes. She is very frail. I didn't want to bring her along when we decided to have my family look after her this time. I think that's a wise move. She'll heal a lot better if she stays away from anyone's head of family household. A child's health is always more important than adults' convenience, don't you think? I know since I'm a great mess if we're vomiting colds like that. When we get back home, I'll send some to you right away, so please let her try some. Thank you very much, Hideyoshi Nissan. I'm always in your debt. And once the conversation suddenly veered off in that direction, we kids didn't have any chance of butting in. But now I'm just happy Aunt Eva gave it to Dad is just deserves for tugging on my ear. Are we still waiting for the weather report? George and Anarchy pointing out at the counter. The chicken weather sign was still stuck thanks to the departure time, so the flight was scheduled to board. According to Anarchy, smaller planes are more subject to winds and other effects of the weather, and it's not all uncommon for flights to be delayed because of that. Wait a sec, we're totally sure it's not going to shake, right? From down here on the ground, it just looks cloudy, not windy. Well, I guess it's different where the planes fly. The weather's a bit uncertain today. Aunt Eva looked at the TV in the lounge. The weather forecast was broadcasted informing us that a typhoon was approaching the Kanto region. Typhoon again, guess it's still helping at the annual family conference being held in October. Couldn't you choose a better season? I agree. I always hope to catch it sometime around the Obon Festival in mid-August. In that case, I'm going to suggest that the father and niece during the conference. Very fun. Why don't you do it yourself? Or rather would never listen to anything I suggested. No way. It doesn't really bother me that much to have in October. I was just saying you might want to propose this since you hate typhoons so much. I only said that typhoons always come around this time of year. You're the one who said you wanted to move to the Obon Festival, right? Well, you said it too last year, didn't you? Say that it would be easier to fit in your schedule if we had during the Obon Festival. I never said anything like that. Oh, yes, you did. I certainly wouldn't forget something like that. No, I didn't. You're the one saying that all the time. Then, stop at a kick just a hair's breadth away from impact. It's a very high-level technique. She's women your age shouldn't spread to the lakes like that. Oh, damn. Dad and Eva's argument looked no different from a couple of brats quarreling. Even though they usually behave like normal parents, they turn right back at the kids again when they meet their siblings at these family conferences. You're the one who looks like a real adult, analyzing it all calmly. Oh, if I never turn out like that old bastard. I'd rather much end up as an intellectual adult like you, Anarchy. Like me, I still have a long way to go. I still have very little experience out there in the real world, and I need to work on becoming more confident and sociable. I think you far surpassed me on half all those accounts, battler kind. I'm sure you'll all strip me fast enough when you become an adult. George Energy scratched his head and laughed as though trying to hide his embarrassment. Of course, we just being humble. Anarchy entered a university and became an apprentice at Uncle Hideyoshi's company at the time, studying both academics and how to become a business in parallel. Then right after graduating, he got into Uncle Hideyoshi's company as his father's aide, piling up a lot of real-life experience as he devoted himself zealously to his work. His great dream is to one day stand on his own, build up his own kingdom. I think he's a real paragon of a man, sparing no effort as he strives toward his goal. It's no exaggeration to say that I really respect him. And then there's me. I'm nothing at all like Aniki. I'm living my happy-go-lucky idle high school life to the max. I got no dreams for the future. I like to just sit back, stay cool, and let the money flow in. But of course, that would never happen. When Aniki was my age, she had already formed an impressive object and had started devoting himself towards the studying for that goal, so I guess I can't compare at all. My dad just says, sure, you can come study at my company if you like cleaning toilets. Maybe I'm not going to be in the debt of that old bastard. I'll find my way myself. If finding my willpower was all it took to become an adult, should I go on one of those self-researching journeys that are all the rage these days? What's it like I could reach out my parents for that kind of money? Right then, Uncle Hideyoshi shouted loudly. He's a really nice person on the whole, but he does have a problem controlling the volume of his voice. When I looked over, I saw that he was greeting Aunt Rosa, who had come late. Oh, if it's a Rosa-san, Mary-I-chan, long time no see. Long time no see. Ooh. Maria, shouldn't that be good to see you again? Greet your uncle properly. Ugh, it's good to see you again. There you go, well said. How about some candy as a reward? Oh, huh? Where'd I put it? Rosa-san, it's good to see you again. It's good to see you too, Mariah-chan. It's been too long, Kairi-ni-san, Hideyoshi-ni-san. And, oh my, battler kind, look how big you've gotten. Oh, come on. It's embarrassing to hear that from every person I meet. Hey, Rosa, you're late. If the plane was on time, you barely have made it. I'm sorry, we had some trouble making our train connections, so we wait on the weather again. I don't complain. I much prefer the 30-minute plane trip to spending 6 hours bouncing about on a boat. And if we kept waiting here for an hour, it's so much faster overall. My eyes gotten huge too, so how tall are you now? So how tall am I now? Marcia's parroted Uncle Yoda. She's squished looking up at her mother. I guess she doesn't remember her own height. She's probably right in the middle of a growth spurt, so her height must change every month. You get a feeling when you're still suddenly start looking feminine. Just how tall were you last time you got measured? You keep getting bigger and bigger, don't you? Right? Oh. I think she's got an elastics last year. Let's see. She turned 9 years old this year, didn't she? 9 years old. That's right, you're 9 years old now. Glad to see you doing well too, Mariah-chan. Up you go. Guess you got a bit too heavy to play airplane with. George and Nikki, what a rude thing to say to a lady. Here, I'll do it. Up you go. When I went to lift her up in place, Mariah sniffing differently, staring suspiciously at my face. Oh, that's right. The last time I met Maria, it was 6 years ago. She was only 3 years old. Of course she doesn't remember my face. Mariah, you don't remember? It's BattlerCon. We used to play together, remember? No surprise, I guess. Last time she met Battler, she was only 3. You don't keep memories at that age. She must know anyone's face apart from mine because she meets them every year. But I must have had contact with the Ushiro family for 6 years now, so it's no surprise that this 9-year-old girl doesn't have many memories of me. Even I can only just barely remember her being a 3-year-old crybaby. Alright, this is Battler Oni-chan, Rudolph's Nissan's son. Understand? The brother's son is the brother is the son. The ooh sound was probably her brain going to overload the complicated explanation. I guess phrasing it out of that bit was a bit confusing. Ni or Oni, the title user for an actual older brother, can also be a friendly honorific for a boy who's a bit older than you. It's just like Ni or Oni, the word for big sister. Mariah-chan, this is BattlerCon. He's your cousin, like me. Like George Oni-san? Battler? Cousin? Ooh. That's right, you got it. This part of Aniki is what makes me really look up to him. For someone who's married, he's just great at dealing with the kids. I'm sure he'll be an indulgent father in the future. Battler Oni-chan. Mariah looked straight at me without a question in the expression, and so asking whether it's okay to call me that. Yep, that's me, Battler. Nice to meet you, Mariah. Ooh, Battler. Mariah, you must talk to him like that. Call him Battler Oni-chan. That's alright, Rosa. I don't sort the small stuff. And Mariah, we're close enough that we don't need honorifics, right? Battler, Battler, Battler. Ooh. That's right, Maria. Ooh. We horsed around for a while to make up for the 6-year gap in our friendship. She probably still thinks it means something more than a big new friend. But as days will probably work out as we get to know each other again. But I'm surprised. She's just the way I remember her being 6 years ago. Seems that people just don't change that much after all. I'm very happy that she's still the pure, innocent girl I remember. Her name is written, of course, is pronounced Mariah. I don't know, I'll probably say both. Anyway, the third character looks like a cross, which is pretty cool. Her feelings don't usually show up on her face, so it can be difficult to know just what she's thinking. But that's just how she looks on the outside. On the inside, she's just a sweet, normal girl. And then there's Mariah's mother, Aunt Rosa. She's my dad's younger sister. Rosa is written her name, solely not Japanese. So you say, but her name is almost as ridiculous as Dad's. I got to respect her for not ending up as screwed up as she is. Well, I think about all names as famous sound foreign, just why is our grandfather so obsessed with that? Because of him, we have it. Even we grandchildren have to put up with the weird naming nonsense. Or not nonsense. It's even more annoying his grandfather's own name was perfectly normal. Anyway, there's one thing about Aunt Rosa that's relief compared to the family members. The old bastard and Aunt Eva have this annoying urge to tease and mock people all the time. But even though she shares her blood, Aunt Rosa isn't like that at all. She has the most common sense among all the siblings. Like Uncle Hideyoshi, she's a kid. She's kind of kind aunt. Will always be on the kid's side. However, possibly because she's more strict as a parent, she's not liberal with handing out spending money like Uncle Hideyoshi. Okay, now we have the entire group of family members who are going to board the plane. At that moment, as though it had waited for us, all the arriving announcement ran out through the lobby. Our apologies for the delay. Boarding will now commence for Flight 201 to Nijima. We ask that the passengers please form two lines in front of the counter behind the white line. Rosa, you still haven't gotten to the boarding procedures, right? Hurry up. Oh no. Alright, come on. Ooh. Wait, to go through a metal detector before going on the runway. Our small plane was as much as it was an international flight, but it was still a plane. Oh, I apologize for that, guys. I couldn't breathe with that, but anyway. I stopped and we're holding the metal detector to check this all. Once all was clear to check, we followed the staff member out onto the runway. Come to think of it, everyone here is in the Yushiro Miya family. It's like this is a reserved charter flight or something. Our group stopped at the front and just the airplane, and our guy turned around and spoke, looking at the passenger list as he did. Boarding will now commence. As I call out names of the passenger list, please take your seats in order. Starting from front row on the right side and going left, then onto the next row. I want to begin reading the passenger list. I can't say this damn name. Okay. Just say Hideyoshi-sama. First, right here. By the way, do you have some kind of Eva? I've been looking all over for some. I can't find any. Eva-sama. They're in my handbag. I'll get one what's inside the plane. Alright, let's get into a good way to protect your ears from hurting because of variations in atmospheric pressure when laying our ticket knob. That's probably what they were talking about. Hope I get a window seat. Don't worry. There aren't any other kinds of seats. As George and he said, there are apparently two lines of seats. So this is what a small plane is like. We are totally sure not going to shake it, right? George Sama. I hear don't worry, Battler Cotton. It won't shake too much. Battler Sama. Nikki, what do you mean not too much? You could just swim if you fall from a boat. But if a plane crashes, you're screwed, right? We all get our own parachutes or our seats, don't we? Wait, we don't? Rudolph Sama. Come on, Battler, stop saying they're slack-jawed and get in. Ow, Dad, don't push me. We don't get parachutes. Kyrie Sama. Okay, you two stop fooling around. Let's move on in. Ow, Kyrie, don't push me. That blockhead isn't moving. Mariah Sama. Ooh, let's move on in. Rosa Sama. Mariah, be quiet. This is your pilot, Kawabata. We'd like to thank you for taking New Tokyo Aviation's Flight 201 today. We estimate that the flight in Nijima Airport will take about 20 minutes. Here we see reports of atmospheric turbulence. There may be some shaking in the aircraft, so we ask you do not unfasten your seatbelts until after we take off. And did that guy just say we need to wear seatbelts? In a jumbo jet, they let you undo them after takeoff, right? So it's going to shake so much you can't take them off. They mean you tricked me. It's going to shake after all. Where are the parachutes? If I knew I should take in the boat. Damn. Length of the Golden Wedge. What? What does that mean? Nothing's happening. Oh. Is it like some kind of other intro type deal? I mean, or just seeing their point of views, or what? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just a way to lengthen the game a little bit. I'm not too sure. Wait, Kenzo and Cross. That's who she. Wait, who are they? I'm gonna take a drink of my Hawaiian punch while this is ongoing. Oh, oh man, I love me some. Oops. I love me some very bonkers Hawaiian punch. My throat is so clogged up. I hate it. Um, okay, guys, I'm going to take a few minute break here, and I'll return in a few minutes, I think. There we go. Okay, let's do this. Should take it in the boat. Fall, ooh. Alright, that's enough. But what a surprise. I thought we was the thing that was scared Battler Khan. This guy can't even handle vehicles for some reason. Always jokes about falling and sinking and stuff. He just goes, oh man, you are. Shut up. The thing was seriously shaking way too much. I got a little stressed since it was my first time as well playing like that. You call it a little stressy. Sounds like it'd be fun to go on an overseas vacation with Battler Khan. Would you like to go to Egypt with your aunt? You go ride a plane for full 14 hours. That's a good plan, Battler Khan. You should go and you sound toughen you up some. Still, it's so hilarious. Oh, haha, no. Anyone's got their own strong and weak points. It's better to laugh at them. Dad, you're laughing too. I'm aware, Chen, you shouldn't laugh anymore. Shouldn't laugh anymore. Yeah, damn it. Speed skater playing such a big deal. Anyone's obviously thinking, thinks I'm a big oaf. Now, we split up and took separate taxis from the airport to the harbor, but from there on we should be taking a boat to the island. The islands are right next to each other, so the distance of the trip wasn't that great. By boat, it was leisurely 30 minutes to the island. When we reached the pier where the boat to the island was anchored, we saw a figure waving at us. Probably another family member. George and his son. It's been so freaking long. Jessica Chen, it's been years since I saw you. You got a taller again, haven't you? Yeah, haha, don't give me that. It's embarrassing to say it every year. Hey, you gotta be kidding me. Is that really Jessica? What do you think, George? Is it big guy Battler? We both stared at each other. She definitely didn't look like that in my memories, but I do remember her crazy way of talking. Yo, Jessica, what's this now? You're kidding me. You look like a woman now. What are these, boobs? What if you managed to get a chest? Let me rub them, let me. Don't screw around with me. I'm a blushy flower of 18. Of course, my hair grew longer, and I got these. What do you think? I got boobs just to be fun by you losers? And speaking of you got all ridiculously huge, but did you get a little bit stronger too? Don't screw with me. I'll show you what's trying to dance since back then. You're pissing me off. I bet you're at your own game. I'll beat you at your own game. This strong girl's name is. She was born on the same unlucky star as me. She had the same kind of weird name. Anyway, it's pronounced Jessica. She's Dad's older brother's daughter. That other brother happens to be the oldest son of the Ushiro Miya family, so for now it means Jessica is the direct family heir. Since Jessica and I are the same age, some of us had little boy and girl squabbles with each other. We've always been used to fighting and joking around together whenever their relatives gather. Jessica grew more quickly, so she always had me beat in terms of size and physical strength. When we stepped in a contest of strength, I usually went Jessica's way. So even though I realized I'd grown bigger, part of my mom was still convinced I couldn't beat Jessica. Whoa, what are we all getting serious for? Ow, hey, this is nothing. Jessica, you've gotten weak. Shut up. I'm a girl. Of course I could beat a guy with physical strength forever, right? Wow, you got a point there. You mean I put my arms all went to your chest. It looks like it'd be a pretty even test of strength between my arms and your boobs, don't you think? I told you, boobs aren't for you to feel up. Besides, how about you? Did your cute little elephant son get a bit bigger than the rest of you? Oh, whoa. Stop it, idiot. No, you perv. I'll be removed for minutes. Don't touch my crotch. The opposite stuff that people are going to miss into pride, whatever. Honestly, I'm so surprised at how feminine just got begun. I got to joke around like I needed to hide it. Well, considering what a bossy breast she was 6 years ago, anyone would be surprised. I guess she's just as surprised. She probably was expecting at least to be a test of strength. After losing that easily, she must be shocked at how much I've grown in the past 6 years. 6 years, once again, I mean, showing what a huge gap of time that was. Crap, told the fate is like I'm no match for you anymore. That's not true. Even Batlicker must have his weaknesses. Right, Mariah-chan? Ooh, fall. Shh, cut it out, Mariah. Keeps that a secret, okay? Fall. The hell are you talking about? Hee. Sorry about this little shit. You'll see a weakness of mine now. After all the night, my playing trip is over and done with. Only thing left is the ice quiet splashing over the boat ride. I never thought I'd start loving that piece of junk boat this much. Hee. Huh? George said, "What's something wrong with his head?" You'll understand soon. Very soon. At the time, I get what Nikki meant by that big smile. What have we here? Oh, but listen, how big you've grown. Who's it this time? Said an old lady with an apron. Oh, yeah, that takes me back. I remember now. You remember her, right? It's Kumasawa saw the survey. I can never forget you, Kumasawa Bachin. After all, you haven't aged a bit in these past 6 years. If anything else, you're looking younger than ever. Oh, lately my skin's been getting quite smooth and silky. And look, as it got my chest got bigger as well. How'd you like a little feel? You're kidding, right? My breast falling strictly in with the bouncy girls. Oh, it's quite bouncy in my youth. Don't be shy, fall into your heart's content. Give me a break. It's the girls I'm looking for, not grannies. The jokes I cracked about Jessica were being turned against me. Who to think of it, Kumasawa has always been the type to tease people. Kumasawa says, stop that now. People with one foot in the coffin shouldn't jump around. The sport with the young is most rejuvenating medicine. It's worth for you to come pick us up, Kumasawa-san. I wonder what's gotten into you. Usually your lumbago kicks in whenever someone gives you a job to do. Giggle. Oh, it was something harsh as ever. I found myself with some urgent purchases to make you all excited. I thought it would come welcome you all. Although it does give a bad impression, the one wanting to greet you as a creeped old woman. Oh. Aunt Eva spoke sarcastically, but Kumasawa Bachin's years of experience were nothing to sneeze at. She was more than capable of coolly deflecting that comment. Well, it feels bad to say it, but old Kumasawa Bachin may be past her prime as a serving. She might act as though she's in good health, but between the headaches and her lumbago, her body is wearing out. To tell the truth, the very fact that she's still working is impressive. How old is she this year again? She must be pushing 80 at least. It's incredible that she's still able to act so cheerily. You think it's getting more and more lively. Oh, that's right. Here you are. It's the tea I told you about before. Look, I bought you some. Please do try it later on. I know I took a souvenir back from her suitcase. To think that she remembered that promise that she apparently made last year and fifthly bought it. This sort of thoughtfulness was just unlike it. She was the kind of person who would forget or break a promise. Kumasawa Bachin seemed deeply touched. Not only that, and also I remember this year-old promise, but she would bring a gift to a simple servant like her. This woman is Kumasawa Chio-san. She's a senior servant who has been working in the Ushiro head family household for many years. As you expect from someone her age, menial labor is her strong point, but she's kind of super servant who can handle just about anything else, from kitchen work to cleaning and laundry. It seems like her only flaw is tendency to slack off. She tries to get away from heavy or troublesome work by playing the part of chronic diseases. In Kumasawa Bachin's case, it's probably a sign of craftiness rather than laziness. The pride was impressed those paying her salary. Oh well, even if she's pretty flaky when it comes to work, I can never dislike her. I guess it's probably because of her cheerfulness and her constant smile. Hey, I gotta see your still in fine spirits. How's your back doing then? You know what the med says, not getting one whit better. According to the doctor, nothing can be done for this one. It's what you might call an incurable disease. Anyway, Jessica Chan just keeps getting prettier. Good thing she takes after Natsui Nissan. Really? Personally, I don't think we look alike at all. I mean, I don't even want to be like my parents, because I got zero respect for them. You know, you sure there are quite a few people who don't want to be like their parents and their family. Oh, that's me. You sure as hell better don't take after me. Your nose looking like mine already pisses me off. What are you talking about? You're surprised they like you and your father? Come on, you can't be serious. Just how am I like Dad? You're a lot like him, especially how arrogant and prideful you are. Father's blood is especially strong in you and Nissan. When you say Rosa? Oh, absolutely. Cross and Nissan, Rudolph D. son almost unbelievably like Dad. Alright, righty. Well, I'm only 1 out of 5 from the girls. Hideo Nissan, give me a hand, please. My, Rudolph Gunn, you're always so popular with the ladies. I'm jealous. Oh, as usual, you're popular enough to make me jealous. Well, then, shall we head over to the boat? Come now, Mariah, so let's get on the boat together, okay? Going on the boat together. Ooh, everyone gets on together. Ooh. Oh, yeah, this time around I'm not going to be scared. I'm used to being shaken by the waves. With that piece of junk fishing boat, I'm less afraid of the shaking than the engine breaking down and the boat drifting off. Oh, yes, but look, I've got to tell you, that fishing boat's completely worn out. So let's take it out of the commission a few years back. Now we got to take it to the island in a different boat. Alright, it's the Bettler's first time in a new boat. It's super comfy and freaking fast. It could go crazy at high speeds. Oh, that means less travel time, right? That sounds great. I don't know about Suki. It's so scary to be on a big plane, but it's still awesome to get over with as quick as possible. Ooh, is Bettler going to fall again? That's only an airplane. Everything's fine now. Anyway, Skeptic's pride and joy kind of modded high-speed boat. She got pretty souped up. He was bragging about how he attached 4 base high-efficiency propellers to make it break 40 knots or something like that. He talks about it all the time, so I sort of memorized the spiel. Yeah, I gotta memorize too, since we hear about it every year. The captain says he's been obsessed with the body armor since he lost a speed contest with the foreign boat ages ago. According to him, that opponent managed to break 30 knots with just a fishing boat. And his thirst for revenge match got him to build an awesome all-new super high-speed modded boat. I'm sure you'll just love it, Battler. Super high-speed modded boat. I first thought this would be much better than some beat-up boat, but that might sink in at any moment. But for some reason, I got this feeling foreboding. Probably just overthinking it. Okay. Hey, Battler, maybe you should just swim to the island. Battler, you shouldn't lean over the railing too much. You might fall. Ooh, fall. Damn it. So this is why you were all getting back there. This is a super high-speed boat that Captain started modding. Oh, yes, the piece of junk fishing boat from 6 years ago. Doesn't hold a candle to this guy. Whoa, shaking. Gonna fall. Ooh, gonna fall. If I fall in the ocean and drown, where's the parachute? Where's the boy? Give me a life jacket. Wow, haha. Battler, what the heck are you doing that for? Haha, just because you're MRI trained, it's not nice to tease. Battler, I'm pretty scared, then just don't come on the deck. I think if you could calm down a bit if you go inside the boat. I said, no, thank you, Aniki. Shipwreckers are always the ones inside the boat. The survivors are usually those on the upper deck during the accident, so I'm sitting right here. But it's shaking. I'm gonna fall. Whoa. Gonna fall. Ooh. Man, I told you to behave yourself. But Battler looks like you really can't handle it. I'll go tell the captain to slow down for you. Oh, Rosa, thank you. I can tell you now that safe, slowing driving is definitely the way to go, even on the sea. You don't do that, Rosa. Trials and tribulations are important for young men. Isn't that right, Battler? You better be able to overcome a little scare like this. Otherwise, you'll never be able to go to Egypt with your hand. Well, anyway, you're so mean. Oh, no, I'm gonna fall. Life jacket, parachute, whoa. Wait, guys, spinning around, think that way. What's the enemy aiming for? Is he doing this to scare me? If that's what he's aiming for, too bad. Like hell, I'll be scared. But no, I'm gonna fall. So after I made a huge fool of myself for a while, Aunt Rose had a talk with the boat captain, and he slowed down to a more manageable speed for me. That's a bit better. Thought I was gonna die earlier. Apparently the max speed I can tolerate is extremely slow. But now I was just completely insane. The whole boat was shaking, sliding, and leaping on the ocean's surface. I felt like I was riding the back of a flying fish. Jessica was still guffawing at me as I leaned against the railing, tired and disheartened. I lost a strength contest earlier, but I'm glad you know I'm no worse off where it really counts. But seriously, damn it, go ahead and laugh. One of these days I'm going to find your weakness and get back at you, and then your boobs will be mine to squish. Ah, yeah, sure, good luck with that. Ugh, Battler all week. Yes, Battler all week. I wouldn't die on land, not in the ocean or the sky. Mariah was patting my back, so I patted her head in return. Her expression was blank as usual, but I realized that she wanted to console me. Battler kindly kept his throwing in the drinks to make up for this. Would you like to calm yourself down? George indicated and cooled myself about Chan, but I saw ice cold cans of soft drinks covered with beads of water. Judge felt good myself with son's big rain. Our parents inside the boat were probably all rolling around laughing at any moment of pure terror. Damn, I'm so embarrassed I can't bear to face any of them. If I didn't change the subject somehow, I had the feeling I'd be the butt of anyone's joke for the whole trip, so I tried to think of something harmless to talk about. Hey, Jessica, how is Uncle Cross and not Sui doing? Not Sui, not Sui, I don't know. My old mom and dad, my old man and my mom. Fortunately, they're fine. No other word of their mouths study, which just pisses me off. I'm so jealous it doesn't look like Uncle Hideyoshi. Uncle Rudolph would say stuff like that. Oh no, before I had many sense, my parents kept pressing me about it over and over. I thought it was annoying then, but I'm grateful. I knew it. You really are awesome, man. Nikki. Anyway, I have to look after myself. No one tells me what to do. Well, so like I listed, if they did, he. Battler's tired and he's so not returned to your parents' home. Well, I couldn't go back there one day. I got lots of clothes and stuff left at the house I was living in until recently. Ooh, Battler has two houses? Something like that. Why? Why do you have two houses? Ooh. Only Mariah, who couldn't even address the situation, voiced this naive question. However, the others just shot nervous glances at me, choosing not to respond even though they knew the answer. Mariah, look, you can see the harbor now. Look over there. Can you see it? Ooh, saw the harbor. Apparently Jessica was trying to be nice by changing the subject. Oh, well, I'd rather not talk about that if I can help it, but it's uncomfortable to have to be treated like some kind of weird taboo. I don't mind it that much myself anymore. I may be a member of the Ushiro Miya family, but the truth is, for the last 6 years, I've been living with my grandparents on my late mother's side, and I've been using her family name. With those grandparents passed away one after the other, I basically had no choice but to go back and live with the old bastard. Don't get me wrong, I didn't just run away from home or anything like that. The only one at the funeral at the fall here was my dad. I don't really blame Kyrie's son. Being able to hold that old bastard's reins and ride him out is no mean feat. So the way that old bastard betrayed my mom. Well, unfortunately, I still haven't fully gotten over that. We'll be getting there soon. George and Nick cleared his throat, trying to change their subject. Please forgive my indiscretion. I've seen this old woman has said too much already. If I have hurt your feelings. Hey, I don't mind it. No one's feelings to hurt. Don't worry, I grew myself about Chan. Grew myself as sensitive because speaking out of turn. Well, I was more concerned about being more ignorant or something like that, so I stood up and passed it off lightly. After that, I had a sip of my drink and head over to Mariah and Jessica, who were gazing at the silhouette off the island. Ooh, Battler, I saw the island. They're there. Ooh. Where is it? Oh, I see it now. Even after 6 years, the island hasn't changed a bit. The small island silhouette in front of us had gotten pretty close. The island's name is Rokenjima. It's a small island about 10 kilometers around located in the Uzu archipelago. Since they call this archipelago, the Uzu 7, unless a lot of people think there are only 7 islands, but that's not true. There's actually several more. Rokenjima is one of the minor islands that don't get counted. And if that were the case, I doubt you'd find many people who knew about this island. Only people connected to Ushiro Miya family ever go there. In other words, outside of the tourists, and never any reason to care about it. So you never find this island's name in a travel brochure. After all of the Okanjima is an estate possessed by the Ushiro Miya head family. Only the Ushiro Miya family lives there, and the only people connected to the Ushiro Miya family came and go there and from there. There's nothing there except a small harbor and a mansion. The vast majority of the island is still just uncultivated forest. Such a waste, and that comes to being made into a nice golf course or something. However, when you realize the entire coastline is private beach, it starts to sound pretty magnificent. You probably guessed by now, but to put it simply, the Ushiro family is just ruling in dough. That family apparently possesses a vast fortune. And now the others who make up the British families have built a plenty of wealth for themselves, finding success in their respective businesses. I've been living a commoner's life at my grandparents' home for 6 years, so I've completely forgotten. But the old bastard's house really is elegant, and everything about it turned to match just that much taste of the annoyingly rich. I didn't think of it. I guess that makes George and Nikki just got Mariah and me wealthy high-class gentlemen and ladies. Needless to say, none of us think of ourselves that way at all. I don't see myself as being rich, and Jordan Anarchy takes self-discipline very seriously, doesn't let himself get too comfortable. Jessica is always complaining that she'd rather move to the city than be rich, and then Mariah is still a kid who isn't even interested in money at all. Does that attitude really make us any less snobbish? That perspective of people in the poverty who can't pay their bills, we've really been blessed with a lot. This isn't the place to explain any further, so I won't. Anyone's the same as not being able to choose the parents you're born from. I didn't have to be born to a rich family, and I don't think it's really supposed to be envied. It can be pretty trying when people are prejudiced against you because you're rich and refuse to judge by your merits. As I pondered these sentimental thoughts, Mariah started shouting and leaned over the railing. Ooh, gone. What's wrong, Mariah? Did you drop something? Ooh, gone, gone. Ooh, Mariah kept yelling, gone, gone. At first, it sounded as though she had dropped them, but she shut it off. She also pointed out that it was the ocean. What's wrong? What's gone? I'll look for it too if you want. What is it? She dropped it as she probably had looked under the floor, but Mariah was pointing out with the ocean. Well, it seemed like just as she had spots to the place, she kept saying that stone wasn't there. Strange. However, since my last memories of this place came 6 years ago, I was able to spot it before Nikki comes here every year. Huh? If I remember correctly, wasn't there a Tory or stone type of a small crag around here? That's right, it was definitely there. I remember it well since we got closer to the island. It's the first thing that greeted us like a landmark. You're an amazing battler, even though it's been 6 years you remembered. It was here, and I remember too. The totally God shrine and Tory like thing was standing all alone on that crag. You know, they mentioned they are gone, aren't they? I'm pretty sure they were still there last year. Gone, gone, ooh. I mean, they were washed away by the waves or something. It was a small crag, so it probably got worn over time. Well, that's my theory, too. It's my last time when that disappeared. But they say an enormous lightning bolt came crashing down one evening and splashed the shrine. The fisherman whispered that the thunderbolts fall upon our honor totally God must be a point of approaching misfortune. Kuwabara, Kuwabara, Kuma. Sawa sounds small impishly as if teasing us, rubbing our hands together while talking a Japanese phrase which meant ward off lightning. However, Mariah apparently took this seriously and started fixedly over the ocean to where the crag housing the shrine god was supposed to be. A portent of misfortune. Ooh. Enough, Kumasawa Mariah's and all enough to get that kind of joke. It's okay, Mariah-chan, it's just a coincidence. Nothing scary is going to happen. George Eniki put a hand on Mariah's shoulder to calm her down, but Mariah's sharp as expression didn't waver. Misfortune, misfortune, Mariah muttered that word over and over. Apparently being a single word over and over is a habit that Mariah's had for a long time. However, it's just the word she was saying was literally an ill omen. It was a bit creepy. Hey now, Mariah, if you say it over and over like that, misfortune will really end up happening, you know. I tapped Mariah's over the shoulder. Mariah whipped her head around, staring me in the face, and spoke unblinkingly. Ooh, misfortune is coming. Huh? And just where is it coming from? I answered lightheartedly, trying to break the tension in the air. At that moment, Mariah held up her finger, raised her arm high, and pointed up to the heavens. When I looked up, I saw the sky still just as cloudy, but I grew in a great deal more later than it had been that morning. That's right, they were saying that typhoon was approaching. We were planning to spend one more night on the island, but the storm doesn't pass quickly. I won't be able to make it to school on Monday. Well, I guess that makes a pretty good excuse to be absent. Ooh, she apparently sensed to claim misfortune in this cloud sky. She's been muttering that nonstop for a while now. Girls at Mars age tend to be very impressionable. She gets about the age that means girls to get excited about sixth senses and whether they have any psychic potential and stuff. For all we know, this might be due to her childish, sensitive nature. It's okay, Mariah-chan. The weather might get worse tonight, but tomorrow will clear up and become a pretty blue sky. Ooh, pretty blue sky. Ooh. That's right, but tomorrow will be a pretty blue sky. There's no rain that doesn't end, and no clouds that never clear. Ooh, rain that doesn't end, clouds that never clear. Ooh, I knew the stuff was coming, but soon it'll go away. It'll be okay, Mariah. Ooh, 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 ooh. Mariah started yelling, ooh, and looked as though she was having a tantrum because no one could ever understand what she was trying to say. When the world is Mariah trying so desperately to warn us about, and they would understand her, we couldn't help but feel Vegas as a sense of misfortune. I've heard that anyone can feel the supernatural, but that it weakens as you age. It does not mean that Mariah, that some of us all still possess some kind of sense that the rest of us had lost. Only if that sense is sending her a warning. At that moment, Kumasawa silently quietly opened her mouth. Rumor has it that long ago Rokenjima was. Kumasawa silently not talk about that now. Just as Kumasawa had to tell some kind of story, just because sharply interrupted her. Just because Tom was extremely firm for her. I wanted to push her further just out of simple curiosity. But judging by the look on Jessica's face, whatever Kumasawa about Jen was likely to say would probably make Mariah even more uneasy. If I did try to press for her story, the odds were pretty good that it wouldn't be anything bright and cheery. I do apologize about that, but the wind here is hard to bear for the elderly, so if you would excuse me for now. Graspers had no reason to hang around after they'd been told to stop chatting. Kumasawa finally realized that she overstepped her bounds. She went back into the side of the boat. After she left, Uncle Hideyoshi showed up in her place. Since she had my conversation completely failed and noticed the complicated atmosphere that hung about the scene. So he refreshed and inwardly swept the atmosphere aside. So in the end, it was his lack of tact that brightened the mood. Looks like we're almost there. Okay, just a bit more. It took forever to speed we went today, didn't it? Wonder whose fault that was. Wah! Uncle Hideyoshi gave me a break already. Come on, don't stop there. Sister thinks the battler is here. It's taking forever. Ooh, Mariah probably thought that anyone was refusing to listen to her. She hung her head wearing that fretful expression. As she did, George and he cursed on to meet her eyes and spoke to her kindly. Mariah, there's nothing to be afraid of because we're all together. There's nothing to be afraid of if we're together. Go ahead and say it. Ooh. There's nothing to be afraid of if we're together. Yes, there's nothing to be afraid of if we're with each other. Ooh. That's right. Exactly what George Enki said. If we stick together, there'll be anything at all to be afraid of. Right, Jessica? Yeah, no doubt about that. What George Enki-san says is always true, Mariah. Ooh, George Enki-san, always true. Yes, I don't lie, so trust me. There's nothing to be afraid of if we're all together. Oh, George Enki doesn't lie. I trust you. There's nothing to be afraid of if we're all together. Ooh, not afraid. George Enki's arms and hugged him tightly. After Enki patted her head, she jumped away again. Her facial expression on a 180-degree change, turning back to normal. Oops, I just hit my mic. Whoops. She was supposed to get an ordinary Mariah. Ooh, there's nothing to be afraid of anymore because we're together. Ooh. Yeah, that's it. You all look better now. You're strong and that's awesome. Ooh, I'm awesome. Hey, now what's going on here? Mariah did get seasick, did she? Well, something like that. We'll be arriving soon. The harbor is already drawing near. Okay, guys. Well, I'm ending the video here. And I will see you guys in the next video. I just wanna... Okay, yeah. Bye.